I object that he's not going to have any money to pay me after he pays back all the money he stole from the hospital.
Don't say I stole. You're my lawyer.
And I object that he interrupted me while I was watching Oh My Balls! That is not okay! I rest my case!
Idiocracy, 2006. 25 weird facts you didn't know. We totally made some of them up, because why the hell not? Let's get straight into it. 1. Mike Judge came up with the idea while waiting in line at Disneyland. The seed for Idiocracy was planted when Mike Judge overheard two moms screaming obscenities at each other in Disneyland. It struck him how far society had drifted from the idealized 1950s vision of the park. That moment of family-friendly chaos inspired him to imagine a future where that kind of behavior was totally normal. 2. Terry Crews auditioned 5 times for President Camacho. Even though he was born to play the role, Terry Crews had to prove himself over and over. He was up against some big-name actors and didn't land the part until his 5th audition. He literally told the casting team, if you find someone better, just give it to him. Spoiler, they didn't. Number 3. Crocs were picked because no one thought they'd catch on. The production team used Crocs as futuristic footwear because they looked weird and were cheap. The costume designer assured Mike Judge that no one would ever wear them in real life. By the time the movie hit theaters, Crocs had already gone mainstream. Oops. 4. All the logos were intentionally ridiculous. The team hired designer Ellen Lample to create fake logos that felt like a blend of NASCAR, candy packaging, and Japanese pop culture. That's how we ended up with brands like Brondo, Carl's Jr. Childcare, and Nastea. The visual style was meant to overwhelm viewers with corporate absurdity. 5. Brondo originally had vodka in it. According to a behind-the-scenes interview, early Brondo prototypes for the film were made with vodka to get actors in the zone. While it was just lemon-lime Gatorade on set, the legend of Boozy Brondo lives on in fan forums. 6th, Fox News was left unchanged, on purpose. Every brand in the movie got a futuristic makeover except for Fox News. That was satire baked into the visuals. Mike Judge left the logo untouched to imply that the network already fit right into a dumbed-down future without needing a redesign. 7. Benicio del Toro was considered for President Camacho. Before Terry Crews swooped in, Judge actually imagined a more subdued Camacho played by Benicio del Toro. He even considered making the president an AI system, but Crews' energy was too perfect to pass up, and the rest is yelling, gun-waving history. 8. Luke Wilson's brother tried to kill him on screen. Andrew Wilson, Luke's real-life brother, played Beef Supreme, the silent, weapon-wielding maniac who hunts Joe during the arena scene. That makes the explosive showdown an actual sibling rivalry with flamethrowers. They had to kill grass to fake a drought. Idiocracy is set during a massive ecological collapse, but Texas wasn't cooperating. It rained constantly during production, so the crew had to use tarps and gasoline to kill patches of grass. Mike Judge later admitted it didn't exactly feel great doing it. 10. The original script had Joe invent TikTok. In one discarded draft, Joe tried to educate the public by creating a platform called TikTok, a video sharing site with 1-minute science explainers, but the masses only used it for butt prank videos. It was cut for being too implausible. And then TikTok happened. 11. The movie predicted real-world advertising overload. Ads are literally everywhere in the film. People's clothes, the White House podium, even tattoos. At the time, it felt like overkill, but now, try opening your phone or walking through Times Square without being sold something. 12th, Dax Shepard says people couldn't find the movie. Shepard, who played Frito, says the film was mislisted on movie sites as untitled Mike Judge comedy. Even people who wanted to see it couldn't find it. Talk about shooting yourself in the foot with a search bar. 13. Upgrade was played by rapper Scarface. Even though we only see him in photos, Rita's pimp Up Gray Ed was portrayed by rapper Scarface, a member of the Ghetto Boys, who also contributed music to Judge's other cult hit, Office Space. That's what we call a deep cut Easter egg. 14. The Fart Museum was originally a real location. Etan Cohen pitched a museum of fart that Joe would wander through in horror. It had interactive exhibits like the Silent but Deadly Hall. They planned to film it in a converted high school gym until the fire marshal shut it down. Tragic. 15. Starbucks approved being turned into a strip club. Judge assumed no brand would let him use their name, but lawyers said it would help if he mocked several companies instead of just one. So Starbucks became a place for adult relief. H&R Block offered legal massages, and suddenly it all cleared. 16. The movie was basically buried by Fox. Fox didn't send out press kits, didn't run ads, and released it in just 130 theaters, none in major cities. The studio had to meet a contractual obligation to release the film, but they clearly didn't want anyone to see it. Too real, maybe. 17. Idiocracy predicted remote car shutdowns. Frito's car gets disabled remotely in one scene. That seemed wild in 2006, but by the 2010s, subprime car loans came with remote kill switches. Hackers have even demonstrated how to disable cars wirelessly. 18. President Camacho was inspired by Hulk Hogan. Mike Judge has said in interviews that Terry Crews channeled Hogan energy for Camacho. The twist: Hogan himself once claimed Camacho copied him. In 2024, Hogan even ripped off his shirt at a rally and shouted, "Let Trump mania run wild." Life imitates satire. 19. People wore polyester due to crop failures. There's a Reddit theory, backed by wardrobe notes, that the population wears cheap synthetic clothes because farming knowledge was lost and cotton became too expensive, so everyone just rocks discount plastic. 20. Idiocracy's American flag is covered in logos. Take a close look at the flag behind President Camacho. Those aren't just stripes, they're corporate sponsors, because what's more patriotic than turning the US flag into NASCAR? 21. Ow My Balls became oddly prophetic. The fictional TV show Ow My Balls seemed like the dumbest possible entertainment, but with YouTube fails, TikTok challenges, and Jackass still going strong, maybe Judge wasn't that far off. 22. Escape was a real line in the movie. During Joe's prison break, the emergency system actually says escape, not escape. It's not a joke, they literally spelled it that way in the future. Language just stopped trying. 23rd, Monday Night Rehabilitation predicted cancel culture. Joe is sentenced to public rehabilitation in a giant televised event. Now we have public shamings on social media instead. Less fireballs, more tweet storms, but still terrifying. 24. Costco Law School was based on a real pitch. In early meetings, a studio exec jokingly suggested that if Costco keeps expanding, it should start offering higher education. The writers ran with it. Costco Law School was born. No textbooks, but plenty of free samples. 25. Camacho 2024 almost happened, for real. Terry Crews actually held a press conference as Camacho at SXSW and announced a fake presidential run. They even planned anti-Trump ads, but were shut down by Fox, who still owns the character. Camacho for president. We could do worse. That's it. 4 of those were total bullshit. Drop your guesses in the comments and subscribe for more weird movie facts you can't trust.